Welcome back to Marvel Media Podcast, where we talk about all things media, especially Marvel. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Josh and Alex.
Welcome to episode 16 of Golderfold, where we will be naming off our top 5 guilty pleasure movies. Me personally, I enjoy these movies. I guess that's what makes it guilty pleasure. Some people don't like it, or a majority of people don't enjoy movies that we will be naming off. So, Josh, kick us off. You and your scarf.
Cold outside. Number 5. This movie came out in 2013. Has Tom Cruise in it. Morgan Freeman. Oblivion. Shit's good. I don't know why the critics absolutely hated this movie, as well as the audience. It's a good movie. I will say I loved it when I watched it. I watched it a couple more times. And today, even today, I decided to watch it again. And it was just as good. If this movie came out today, it wouldn't be surprising because it's that good visually. Visually wise, it looks better than anything Marvel has put out in the last 4 years. So, I know the bar's not that high for that, but I mean, still.
True.
it's for the fact that it's almost 10 years old now, you can't tell at all, especially with an ageless Tom Cruise. The action in it is really good, especially the drone attacks just literally vaporize people. So, as well as I like the plot and the little twist that has in the movie, and it has a satisfying ending and a cool lore background world, and it has Morgan Freeman. It's a win in my book. Don't know why so many people don't like it. I love it, and I'll keep loving it.
Solid.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me, all mine aren't really people don't know. I would say I just like them more than I feel like other people might in a term.
Which is fair.
That's why it's guilty pleasure,
Mm-hmm.
Some of mine I don't think are I don't think people regard them as bad movies, but some are. I'll be honest, some of them are bad. My number 5, classic, Longest Yard, Adam Sandler. I used to watch this movie. We had it on DVD. My brother and I literally for summer watched this movie at least 3 times a week. We just loved it for some dude. We literally quote everything from it. We would do the entire movie without it being on I don't know what it was that summer, but it was just every day. We're just yes, we should just watch Longest Yard at this point. What else is there to do? I think it's actually a funny movie. Obviously big sports fan, so it has to do with football. And I think the football play in it at the end of the movie is actually relatively decent. It's not the guys in it are actual athletes, It's not where you see those movies where it's the quarterback is this unathletic Hollywood fuck who's never thrown a ball in his life.
Yeah, it's so cringy.
So it just makes it better because this movie actually has Michael Irving is in this movie. There's real athletes that have parts in the movie, and as well as the actors are just athletic. But all around, the plot is actually relatively interesting. There's some moments of it that are actually really funny, and it's just one of those kind of forgotten, stupid Adam Sandler movies that I just personally love.
Solid,
I was wondering when Adam Sandler is going to make an appearance. I feel like you've been leaving him out for a while.
He'll make another.
I know.
Good movie. Well, since you came out with Adam Sandler movie, I'll counter with another Adam Sandler movie. Going with Click.
That's a
Okay.
good one.
Click.
Okay.
Good one.
Absolutely.
Respect.
Dude. I used to watch the movie like you with Longest Yard. I watched the movie a lot as a kid. Having Kate Beckinsale in that movie, it's fucking good casting. And then was it Christopher Walken in that movie too?
Yeah.
He was the one that they gave him the remote. I don't know, just the whole time traveling aspect of it, and then him seeing what he would be like if he continued on this path. There was actually some attempt at story there, and I can appreciate that.
Bro, that movie is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is legit sad.
Yeah. Yes. But the humor in it is also fucking good too. Yeah, I just remember watching this a lot and it's being funny. Him having to rewind the dog dry humping the duck. I don't know why. I just found it funny. um, yeah, it was definitely a guilty pleasure. I haven't watched it in a minute, but definitely growing up, it was.
It's a good choice. Also, Grown Ups would be a good choice if anyone has that on their list. I do not, but I'll go on to my next one. Number 4 for me is this movie I've seen too many times, and I definitely think it's way better than it is. But I just watched it so many times with my fam, and especially my dad, and that is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I just think it's so fucking cool because it's just technically like a parody of the Odyssey. So I've seen this in freshman English class. I thought it was so cool that she showed this movie because I've already seen it so many times. So I was just like, she even made us take a quiz on it, aced the quiz because I already knew the movie, but I still watched it anyways. I made my girlfriend watch this movie because I was like, yo, this movie's awesome, so you better like this movie. Luckily, she did, but she didn't really have a choice. But
Facts.
it was, I don't know. I just love it. I love it way more than I should. George Clooney sings a song consistently through this movie, and it is on my OG like YouTube music playlist of George Clooney singing a song, as well as it's my favorite movie that George Clooney has ever done. So there's just a lot of things that I like a little too much for this movie.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's one of those movies. Like, I feel like that's just, people do like that movie, but yeah, it's just, if you like it that much, it just makes it one of those movies.
Seen it too many times, for sure.
Okay, well, my number 2 or 4, I guess, would be Jumper.
Jumper. Okay.
Jumper. Yes.
I didn't know anyone else seen that movie, man.
Sam Jackson. Yeah, dude. Just him like jumping through like time. Like, I don't know. It's just like it's a cool fucking concept. I remember seeing it. Yeah, and just like I remember him like at the movie, he's getting bullied, and then he ends up in this pond, I believe, and then he like drowns, and then that's when he like realizes he has this ability to just teleport anywhere else.
Yeah.
And obviously, when the movie introduces like the main guy who's trying to hunt all these jumpers down, Sam Jackson, and I was like, it's a good casting. But when I saw this online, the fucking review for it is like awful.
It's very
bad.
bad.
I'm like, God damn! I remember enjoying this movie. I've only seen it a handful of times, but I remember like this is a pretty good movie. And then when I saw it on this list of top 50 best guilty pleasure movies, I'm like, what the fuck? And I started researching it. It's like that's like a 30 something. I'm like, God damn! I must have remembered it like completely differently than everybody else. But I mean, I don't know. I
haven't seen it too long ago. I'll be real.
Same.
It deserves the criticism. Yeah,
damn,
but
tough.
I still liked it, so you can continue. Sorry for interrupting you there, but yeah.
Nah, I mean, I like I was saying, I'm a sucker for Hayden Christensen, jumping through time, Sam Jackson. But yeah, cool ass concept.
Yeah, I didn't know you seen that. I don't know many people that have seen it, but my parents just randomly one day rented that. Yeah. I know. I saw your reactions.
Yeah, you see me pull my phone, start Googling it. Number 4. I just saw this movie recently. I believe it came out in 2014 or 16, somewhere in the range. Probably 14. We're going to call it 14. I saw it like a month ago. I have since watched it that first time, and then I watched it again because I thought it was so funny. It's That Awkward Moment with Zac Efron, Miles Teller, and Michael B. Jordan. I just watched it because I saw like, oh, I like Zac Efron, and I like all 3 of them really. So I saw it, and I was like, oh, let me just like watch this. And I thought it was like hilarious. I was like, bro, this movie is so fucking funny. Like, this was great. And then I looked up the reviews, and like it has awful reviews, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? Like, what? That shit was funny. And so then like 2 weeks later, I was like, I'm gonna watch it again. Still thought it was hilarious. Like, I was like, this movie is funny. Like, what are people talking about? I don't know. I feel like it's probably because like I don't really know if you call it a rom-com. Sort of, I guess you can. So maybe that's why I thought it was so funny, because like I never watched them. So maybe that's why I was like, yo, this is different from what I usually watch. But it had awful reviews for some reason, but I think this movie's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you texting me about that, being like, bro, people hate this movie.
No idea. Had no idea. I thought it was great. I thought everybody was going to like it.
I remember that text too now that I 100% got too. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I pointed out to both of you. Yeah.
Clearly.
Just
no,
look at the scar.
So,
look at the scar.
How you doing, buddy? By the way,
is it a little toasty?
Yeah. It's cold outside, but not in here.
It usually isn't.
Call that out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, going off of theme here, Blake indeed did say a Zac Efron movie, so I have a Zac Efron movie as well, co-starring
17
Seth Rogen.
again?
No.
Better not
Neighbors.
be Baywatch. What is it?
No, it's Neighbors.
Oh,
Neighbors.
okay.
With Seth Rogen when the I guess would it be a frat? Yeah, it'd be a fraternity. Yeah, when they move in next door, and obviously like the main cast is Seth Rogen and his wife, and I think they have a kid, or is that the second one?
Do.
Fuck,
I don't know. I didn't see this one.
Those two kind of just blurred together for me. But honestly, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna throw both of them on there because, like, to me, they're like literally one big fucking movie because it feels like a nice continuation. I looked up the reviews for this movie. Both of these actually, both bad. So I was like, damn. I remember seeing this movie. I was like, this was actually really fucking funny. I think Dave Franco was in the first one too. I think he was in the second one.
He was.
Yeah.
They do impressions of
De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
They're all different Robert De Niros.
Yeah. They're all making a bunch of noise and fucking with the whole street. Of course, Seth Rogen's like whole thing is trying to get them kicked out. I don't know. I just found this movie fucking hilarious for the time. I think it was like 2014, 2015. Somewhere around that time. I saw it was fucking review bomb, but like, damn. It was definitely a lot funnier than the reviews say it is. Like, I guess a lot of them say that it wasn't as funny or it was just poorly written. Like, to me, you know what? I think I might watch it because it's been a while. It's been a while since I watched these two movies. I might pop those bad boys in and watch them again. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go into my number 3, and this was the first ever movie that I've bought, and I bought it the SD version of it, by the way, so 480p on a box, big old box, heavy ass TV, and that was Iron Man 2. Bought it for $5, and Iron Man 2, like you, Blake, you said that you just almost with the movie with your brother earlier. That was me that summer with Iron Man 2. I saw it minimum 20 times one summer just because like I owned this movie. So like if I was just bored in the morning or like, it's summer, if not everyone can get on to play video games, my younger self, I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to play this movie in my room and kind of just chillax and watch it again, even though I know everything about it. And for some reason, that still is my favorite Iron Man movie. Like, even though I know it is considered the worst one for sure, but I love it. I do.
It's a debate
and I
between
love
2
you.
and 3, but
thank you.
Yeah, no, I think that is a debate between 2 and 3. They're both kind of rough.
I think it's widely considered. I think 2 is worse than 3.
Yeah.
3's ass.
It's a rough one.
Speaking of 3, I have the third movie in a trilogy. Men in Black 3. I don't know what it is about this movie. I love this movie so much.
It's a good movie.
Like, I don't know why. But if it is on, I'm gonna watch it. and it's just, I don't know, bro. It's so weird. I just think it's hilarious. There's just so many scenes in it that I don't know. It's just one of those weird movies for some reason. Just, it just sticks out to me when I think of like movies. We own it, and I see it all the time, like in our little like entertainment system, like outside. I'm like, that's a good movie. I should watch it soon. And usually, I kind of end up watching it soon. And I don't know. It's just, I don't even really like the first two that much, but for some reason, that third one just stands out to me.
I do
Is
like
that
the
the one
first
with
two, but the
Boris
third
the
one's
Animal?
good. Wait, what?
Yeah, Boris the Animal.
This
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
Boris the Animal.
It also has
yeah,
Josh Brolin.
yeah, in it, and
Yeah,
it kind of
Josh
gets
Brolin
like pretty
plays
sentimental there
younger.
at the end. Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Yeah, bro,
fucking
it's
good
good.
casting, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Like-
Nah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That's a
Were the
good
reviews
choice.
bad? Like really bad for that movie?
Don't know.
What'd
I
you
don't
think?
think it's considered like good.
Yeah, I
but
don't know. Like I
thought
said,
it
I
was
didn't
good.
like look them up to see. Like I said, I didn't really base mine off of like bad movies that are good. Besides, like the awkward moment is the only one that I know was bad because I looked it up after I saw it. So I have no idea what other people's thoughts of it are. I just know that for some reason, to me, it just really stands out as like just a good, lighthearted. At the end, it does get like a little deeper. You see like stuff with his dad and stuff like that as well, on top of everything with Agent K and all that. But I don't know, man. It's just a good movie. Like I just watched that movie. I don't know how many times, but like if I see it's on TV or something, I'll watch it again.
Yeah. It's a good choice.
Good choice. All right. Well, for my number 2, we're going back to Nick Cage here with Ghost Rider. The OG Ghost Rider. God, it's a good fucking movie. I mean, we've mentioned this movie before on here, but I mean, it's Nick Cage. He always goes 110%, even if he kind of goes a little too much into the character. But hey, it was 2007. Ghost Rider, the transformation, fucking fire. He's going fucking nuts. The pen and stare. You got Ava Mendes on there. You got Slade, or no, Carter's, whatever his name is. I forget his name. It's like the one where he also becomes a Ghost Rider, but he's the old one. Carter Slade.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Carter
remember.
Slade. Carter Slade. Whatever. Yeah, but his horse turns on fire,
Mhm.
and then you just have that scene of the two Ghost Riders like riding through. You get that old like Western like soundtrack playing in the background. I always thought that scene was fire.
Wasn't it fucking Sam
think, like,
Elliott?
Yes, that is Sam Elliott. Yes,
It was Sam
I was trying to think of his name, but
That's
yes,
crazy.
yeah,
What a legend.
they got him for this movie. Yeah, I would say the weakest point was definitely the villain, but dude, it was the overall experience is what mattered. And I remember back when we didn't have Redbox, we would buy movies on pay-per-view, and that was one of them. We bought it on pay-per-view. So yeah, that's how old that movie is. Yeah,
Love that.
Ghost Rider. It's your turn, bud.
It's Blake's, right?
No, it's not. It's yours, bro. What are we
It's
doing?
me? Is it me? Oh,
Yes,
brother.
you started.
Alex just transferred his energy to me. All right, number 2. This one, I don't think should be a guilty pleasure, okay? This one I fight for, and I still will fight for, okay? And the reason why in our video from last week, that we recorded last week, why I didn't include any moments from this movie, because I'm going to be talking about this movie, is The Last Jedi. This movie's fucking good. I don't give a shit. God damn, they did something different in Star Wars. It was good. Had plenty of top tier theater moments. Okay. And just overall is what I think a Star Wars movie should be. As well as Kylo Ren's yelling. I quote too many times, and I wish I could yell like him in this movie. We got fucking shirtless Kylo as well. Dude's hot as fuck. Facts. Guy was putting big noses on the map. So big respect to him. Facts. Had just too many cool scenes, way overhated for no reason, for them doing something different. You know, the prequels got the cool lightsaber fights. OG movies are the OG movies, and then this one was trying to tell a different story, something different, and then they criticized them for that. They booed them when they were right. They killed Jesus. That's what they did. Exactly.
Get 'em.
Exactly. It makes sense the more you don't think about it.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Preach.
Amen.
Yeah, the new ones are all dog shit and shouldn't have been made. Moving on to my number 2.
Guy hasn't even watched them. Guy hasn't even watched them. You watched the prequels, which, if you're not even a Star Wars fan, that's putting yourself through torture.
Prequel ones are better than the OG ones. Number 2, I have Grown Ups. Oh, is that a hot take?
That is a hot take. That's a hot take.
It is?
Anyways, continue. This ain't the Star Wars podcast.
It never will be, otherwise I'll fucking end us. Number 2, I have Grown Ups. I don't think this is a bad movie, and I don't think people would say it's a bad movie. I think most people regard it as probably one of Adam Sandler's better movies, I would assume. But it just holds a special place in my heart, you know what I mean? It's just one of those movies that, again, I've seen so many times because we owned it. If you saw our list a long time ago, back when this podcast was good, and it was just Alex and I, we did our top 10 movies of all time, and Grown Ups was on.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's just some. Out here wearing a scarf for y'all. This is my treatment.
Grown Ups was on that
getting
list.
Kind of toasty here.
Yeah. Making sacrifices. You should see my back sweat right now. What?
It's just a good movie. It's funny. It's just, I think it's what it's just guys being, getting to hang out on a movie set. It's just so cool to see, like, as somebody, who, obviously we have this podcast, closest friends and Josh. It's just really cool to have, a movie about friends.
That's crazy.
It's just, I think it's so funny.
It's wild. Just a guy in a scarf, huh? All I got. All I need.
Okay. Well, trying to keep it together. So for my number 1, I have Terminator Dark Fate. I watched this movie. This one's the most recent Terminator. Are there problems with this movie? Yes, there are problems with it. Did I enjoy it? Also, yes. Did people? No. It was review bombed. It was fucking destroyed on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't think that that's justified. Now, some of the choices they made weren't the best choices, but as a movie itself, like its standalone self, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It was action packed. It had Arnold back again. It had this like new Rev 9 Terminator from an alternate future that that has like the endoskeleton and then has like a liquid form, so it kind of combines two of the most popular villains in the Terminator franchise. And it introduces this like enhanced soldier from the future, which I guess you can say was also in the Christian Bale one too, but fuck it, we're just recycling things, and in certain cases it actually did better for me. I remember coming out of that movie and I'm like, that was a solid Terminator movie. I haven't seen one in a minute, and immediately jumped on Rotten Tomatoes and I saw that it got review bombed and nobody liked it, and I was like, damn, that is crushing. But the action sequences were handled probably some of the best action sequences in that franchise since T2. So, just that alone, and seeing like some of these old characters come back and do it right, or at least in my opinion they did it better. Just for that reason, that one is my number 1, because I feel like out of all of these, I feel this is the most unjustified hate for a movie.
Okay.
So
I forgot Christian Bale was in that one Terminator. That's what I was looking up right now.
Yeah, he was in
Terminator Salvation. I remember the title of it. I just couldn't remember I didn't know he was in it. I did love that
he played
one.
John Connor.
Yeah. Okay, good choice. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's all you, bud.
For me, my number one, and when I think of this movie as my guilty pleasure, in my mind, you know that one guy that when Drake released his album and he was like, Drake, saying like he's the GOAT. My mind's thinking Tron Legacy. It is Tron. This movie's fucking goated, bro. I love it. I've seen it. Easily could be argued that it is my most watched movie. As just great. All right. The soundtrack, the fact that they got Daft Punk to do it for Disney, I just thought was so cool. And then they had their little scene in the movie as well. I was like, even cooler. The fight scenes with the soundtrack going on in the background, the way the bikes looked in this movie, overall the story. I mean, literally the only bad thing about this movie was Olivia Wilde was in it and that she escaped. That's it. That's really the only bad thing I could say about it. You know, it's a really bad thing, but the only bad thing. The only bad.
I mean, and like the de-aged Jeff Bridges too.
Oh, hey, that was fine. That was fine by me. That was okay. That was bold.
True.
Be different.
True.
And they were being different.
Facts.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's
they were
good.
thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
Well, you were trapped inside of it, Alex.
For real. Like Olivia Wilde should have been. But she escaped.
Just like Josh is trapped in that scarf he's wearing right now.
But I'm happy to be trapped in the scarf.
Are you?
I am. It's holding me from all the painful insults you guys been hitting me with this episode.
You guys? What do you mean?
Yeah, what?
That's
crazy.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Sure. Whatever.
All right, my number one. I'm gonna tie them together because it's the same damn movie, but it's a sequel. It's Jumanji and Jumanji 2. I don't care. Fight me. I've seen these movies at least 3 times in the past month alone. They're always on FX movies. And guess what? I turn them on every single time. And I laugh every single time. Don't care. The Rock in the Jungle for the 80th millionth time. Kevin Hart being the exact same character for the 80 millionth time. Jack Black being a goat like he always is.
Facts.
Karen Gilligan shining from Nebula role. I love these movies, okay? And like I said, for some reason, they are on FX or FX movies or some bullshit every single week. Every single time my dad sees them, we just laugh. We're like, oh, look, Jumanji's on, ah, ha, ha. And then we just kind of like side-eye each other and we're like, we about to watch the last hour of this? Yeah, we are. Turn it on. We're going to watch it. They're funny.
They are.
And let me tell you.
How many times did you watch this in theaters?
Never saw it. I saw the second one in theaters one time. Never saw the first one. My friend was like, let's go see the second one. I was like, I haven't seen the first one. Do I have to see the first one? He's like, probably not. I said, okay. So I saw the second one in theaters. Then I ended it. I was like, that was actually good. Now go see the first one, you know? Reverse psychology on them. Anyways, I will die on a fucking throne or whatever you want to say. Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson acting in the second one, acting as Danny Glover and Danny DeVito is so fucking good. So good. They play them amazing. Like, their performances is better than a lot of these bullshit actors are. Being real, okay? A lot of these bullshit actors suck. Their performances in that movie were so good. Underrated movie. Underappreciated movies. Jumanji 2. Goated.
Also thought it was a funny choice that Nick Jonas was in it as well.
Yeah. Made the redemption. Second one came back. Good movies. Great movies. Better acting than most of your bullshit ass list people put out there. talking to you, bullshit TikTok.
Shout out.
I see
This
people's
is all
acting lists.
hostility coming from.
Bro, I see people's acting lists, and they be putting garbage actors.
Harry Styles, number one.
Garbage.
Number one.
Didn't you say? Because I think if I remember correctly, still staying on the topic of Jumanji.
Yep.
You, me, and Jordan were wanting to watch a movie, and I remember you said that you had already watched Jumanji 2, and we haven't watched it at that moment. And we said Jumanji 2, and then you're like, okay, fine, let's do it again. And we didn't know that you like, I'm pretty sure you just said, okay, sure.
I knew.
And then it wasn't until we got there to the movie theater where you're like, I already watched this before. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you tell us now? Yeah.
I do remember this now.
So you watched it twice.
I do remember this now. I did.
Yeah.
I did. I forgot that happened.
I was like, you forgot that happened. So bringing back something from last week's video. We have bad memories, apparently.
We also had that weird interaction where we got there and it was super busy. And you guys were going to get popcorn and shit. And I was like, no, I'm not getting any. I'm going in the theater. And I walked in and it was like super packed. And then like I found a random group of 3 in the middle. And I had to like tell like 2 different people like, nah, you can't sit here. And I'm pretty sure when Jordan came in, he sat with somebody else because he didn't think we had room for him.
Was I there?
Yes.
Are you sure
No,
I
it was just
wasn't
us
there?
and Jordan.
Dude, I swear
No,
we
you
had that
weren't. No, just
before.
us and Jordan.
No, that was with Dylan with Last Jedi. That's what I'm thinking. Fucking Dylan did that to us. We sat down and we left them in the dark. Yeah.
Good
But
times.
yeah, no.
Good times.
Yep.
Good times. It was right. Jumanji,
Yeah,
underrated,
but,
1 and 2.
I'm calling it out because you have bad memory, apparently. You know, because you said we had bad memory because we forgot in last week's video. So, and now you forgot this experience. So, yeah, you're not perfect either, are you?
Yeah, I am.
But anyways, if you haven't seen last week's video, check it out. You know, it's going to be linked up top. So
different outfits.
Last week's video, different outfits. I mean, different week. So, you know,
different us.
Different times. It was hot last week when we recorded.
Yeah.
This week, obviously, it's
I'm a
cold.
week
Look at
older.
Josh.
Yep.
Still handsome as ever.
New style.
Silver fox if I've ever seen one.
What?
Alright, so that's gonna wrap up this video. Make sure to like this video.
What is-
Comment down below if you have any guilty pleasure movies that you like to watch that maybe other people don't appreciate that they should. Make sure to check us out on social medias: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. If you're on TikTok, fuck all the other movie people's TikToks because most of them are just fucking garbage and have garbage takes because it's the same thing. They're lame. We're different. He's wearing a scarf. Point out whatever. Who else wearing scarves?
Facts.
What I thought.
indoors.
Make sure to check out indoors. Make sure to check out Apple Podcasts for the podcast version. Drops at the same time as these come out on YouTube.
Fashion statement.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Mm-hmm.